Hi everyone, welcome to my channel again. So today I want to share with you guys my first ever solo travel experience in Costa Rica and on a budget. So without further ado, let's get into it. So before I get into what I did in Costa Rica, I want to share with you guys some facts that I learned about this country. And some of these I learned beforehand, and some of these I learned while I was there. So number one, the capital city in Costa Rica is San Jose, and it's been the capital city since 1823. It's a very important city for coffee production. And number two, Costa Rica has very friendly locals, which means you're going to see them saying the phrase pura vida a lot, which translates to English as pure life or simple life. And you can hear them using it in greetings or just expressing themselves. I personally heard it a lot during my trip and I loved it. Number three, Costa Rican food is on the more simple end. So you're typically going to get a dish or a plate with beans, rice paired with either chicken and or beef. Um, if you're looking for flavor in the food, I think Mexican food is definitely better, but Costa Rican food I would say is on the healthier end, and I like healthy food, so I like Costa Rican food. And number four, Costa Rica has a lot of wildlife species, over 500,000 in fact, and that's including birds, iguanas, or sloths, whatever you can think of, it's probably there. Alright, so what did I do in Costa Rica? I went during mid December, towards the end of the rainy season, and I was able to go to San Jose as well as La Fortuna. I was only in San Jose for one day though because of my tight schedule, but I was able to check out the Central Market and the National Theater. It was pretty cool seeing everybody out dancing and just having fun, even though it was a bit raining. These places, like the downtown area, was about 20 to 30-minute walk from my hostel, which is Costa Rica Guest House. If you guys are on a budget, I will highly recommend this place. It's in a safe neighborhood and it's very quiet. I would say though, on my way to San Jose, my driver told me that he would not recommend me going out at night past 7 p.m. So I did not go out at night or experience any nightlife over there. But if you are going to, as a solo traveler, just exercise normal or increased caution and use common sense basically, and just be aware of your surroundings. And the day after San Jose, I booked a shuttle through Bookaway and went to La Fortuna. The shuttle cost me around $50, and you're gonna be expecting 3.5 hour drive up to La Fortuna from San Jose. And my driver Israel was very nice. He was able to stop by at a place where he knows that there's sloths and iguanas, and he took the extra time out to show us the different kinds of sloths, and it was very cool. We stopped at this place called Mi Rancho in the middle, had a beautiful view of the plain fields, and it was very green. There's cows, and I would definitely recommend you book it on Bookaway, book your shuttle, and choose Volcano Travel because I had a really great experience with them. So the first thing I did when I got to La Fortuna was the night tour with the sloth territory. I'll put the link down below. It was very fun. Although we didn't see any sloths, we did see a bunch of different snakes, frogs, and plants, among other things. You are going to be with a guided tour at the whole time, so you don't have to worry about getting lost. It did feel a little bit commercialized though, but there are other options where you can actually get to see the sloths in the wild and not in an enclosed area. But if you guys want like a guaranteed sloth experience, I recommend the morning tour with the sloth territory. So the following day, I booked a tour that included the Arenal volcano, La Fortuna waterfall, and hot springs. It took up basically the whole day, but it was very cool getting to hike the Arenal volcano. Unfortunately, there were clouds covering the actual volcano, so I didn't get to see it in full. But the hike to the waterfall was very fun. Although it was in pouring rain, the waterfall was really a magical moment for me. After that, ending the day with hot springs, which was very relaxing. It was all for $99, so I think it's totally worth it. In terms of the nightlife in La Fortuna, it was pretty much non existent because it's a town where everybody just gets shuttled out to their destinations in the morning and come back to rest in their hostels at night. If you're looking for nightlife, La Fortuna is not the place, so plan on going to other places if you want that. There were many other places that I wanted to check out, like Monteverde, which is a cloud forest, the beach areas, such as Tamarindo and Jaco on the Pacific side. Um, all the tour guides, however, did warn me against going to Limon, so probably if I were to come back, I would not go there anytime soon. So yeah, these are some of the places that if you guys want to check out, definitely, because I did not get the chance to go, but if I do have another chance, I would definitely check these places out. So after going over what I did in Costa Rica, I think it's important to cover some do's and don'ts while you're there. Number one, interact with the locals and eat at the sodas. The sodas are basically family owned and ran restaurants. You're going to get a cheaper price eating there, and also you're supporting the local businesses, which I think is very helpful, and leave them some generous tip if you feel like it. Number two, talk to other tourists and make new friends because everybody is there to have a good time, and you want to have someone to talk to, especially as a solo traveler, to be able to enjoy the full experience. Number three, some helpful apps to download before you go is Uber, WhatsApp, the translator, obviously, and Waze if you're driving. And so Uber is technically illegal in the country, but everybody still use it. Um, I think the only hard times you're gonna have with this app is when you're booking for a ride to the airport or from the airport. Just make a note of that. Maybe use some shuttle services if you don't feel like risking it. Some of the don'ts while you're over there that I want to share with you guys is that please don't ignore the things that the locals tell you. If they tell you not to go somewhere, just please don't go there because at the end of the day, you're just a guest to their country. You have no idea what's going on in the area. So I think it's wise to listen to their advice and ask some questions to see where else you shouldn't be going to or where else you can go. And also, don't touch the wildlife, it is illegal there. So you might get a hefty fine for touching them. I know some of them it feels like very cute and you just want to touch it, but just please don't leave a safe distance. And also don't get left behind because some of these tours run on tight schedules and a lot of them are relatively pretty big. And if you get left behind in the forest or somewhere like that, it's easy to get lost. And also don't be loud, right? Everybody is just trying to relax, have a good time, and enjoy the nature. So try to keep it down a little bit. And the last don't is just please don't litter, pick up after yourself. Costa Rica is a very eco-friendly country, so let's protect the environment together and yeah, keep it clean. So now we covered all that. Let's get into the preparation, for the weather, cost, what you should pack, and the safety. The weather in Costa Rica is typically the rainy season goes from May to mid-December, but everywhere is going to be different. The beaches are going to be sunny, the city is going to be rainy, and if you're going to the forest, La Fortuna's rainforest, so it's going to rain. And if you're going to Monteverde, it's going to be cloudy, so expect overcast. But it does not rain all day, so you don't have to worry about that. It's very humid and warm temperature, so you can expect that while you're there. And the cost wise, it can be very expensive, almost more expensive than in the States. But it can also be cheap, which is what I try to do. If you eat at the sodas, you can expect 4,000 to 5,000 colones, which is equal to about $10 a meal. But if you decide to leave a tip and be generous, it could be like $12 a meal. If you do decide to eat at the restaurants, you can expect anywhere from $13 to $20 per person for the same plate that the sodas have. So that's up to you. And the hostels are going to range from $10 to $20 a night. And I would say for $12 to $13, you could get a pretty decent hostel there. And $20 are pretty good, I think. And for public buses is probably the cheapest. It's like $10 to get from um, San Jose to La Fortuna, but it could be full. So either shuttle or Uber, it may be the best option for you. And like we mentioned before, safety wise, big cities, San Jose, don't go out after 7 p.m. If you choose to, exercise caution. In La Fortuna, it's I didn't feel very threatened. I was very safe the whole time. And yeah, just follow what the local says. If they tell you not to go somewhere, let's try not to go. And for packing, rain jacket and ponchos are a must. Insect repellent, you can also buy it there if you want. Also, fast drying and breathable clothes because of the humid weather, obviously. And swimsuits if you're gonna be going to the beach, the waterfall, or the hot springs. Also, waterproof phone case is very useful because it's gonna be raining. So having that prevents damage to your phone, and you can also film underwater, which was what I did, and I think it was fun. Also, hiking shoes. You are in Costa Rica, you're going to be doing a lot of nature related things, hiking. So, having that is very important. Also, a flashlight. Um, you're going to be doing some night tours if you choose to, but even if you don't, it's very useful to just have one in case of emergency. Also, like dollar bills, such as the 1, 5, 10, $20 bills, are going to be pretty useful to you as well. You can actually pay them dollars with these bills and you will get change in colones. But however, they do not take $100 bills, so that's not going to be very useful there. You just want to have a lot of these, or some of these at least, the small dollar bills. For communication, Costa Rica uses Kobe, Claro, and Liberty eSIMs. I personally had experience with Claro and Liberty, and they both had pretty decent coverage. You can get them through like eSIM at the airport or at convenience stores as well. Usually they are available. And if you have T-Mobile, you already have coverage, so don't have to worry about that. For transportation, the cheapest is by bus. So going from San Jose to La Fortuna, probably gonna cost you around $10 to $15. But it's gonna take 6 hours, which is very long. You can also take Uber, but it's just hard to get Uber from the airport because it is technically illegal in the country. And also taxi if you want. Usually $25 to $35 from the airport to San Jose City itself, which takes about an hour or more if there's traffic. You can also use shuttles, which is what I used just for safety and carefree, worry-free type of experience. It's gonna be anywhere from $50 to $100 from San Jose to La Fortuna, and it's probably gonna take you 3.5 hours. Or you can also rent a car if you have friends going. I didn't rent because I'm 20 and it's gonna be pretty expensive. And with the fact that I'm solo, it doesn't help either. And so, yeah. Alright, and this is all I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like my content, please hit the subscribe button or like button. Do anything to support me, that would be great. Costa Rica is a beautiful country, and I highly recommend any of you guys who has the opportunity to go. I wish I would have stayed there for longer, but unfortunately, with schools and other obligations, I needed to go back. But we'll see you guys till next time. Goodbye.